For years, MotoGP fans have asked the same question. What would happen if Toprak Razgatlıoğlu and Marc Márquez ever faced each other head-to-head in the Premier class on equal machinery with nothing held back? For a long time, that question lived only in imagination. But in 2026, the first chapter of that long-awaited confrontation will finally begin. Yet the most revealing part of Toprak's move to MotoGP is not the excitement surrounding his debut. It's the timeline he has quietly laid out for himself, one that is far more calculated, far more realistic, and far more strategic than many expected. Behind the headlines and the hype of his switch to Pramac Yamaha lies a deeper story, a story of pressure, reinvention, technical struggle, and a long-term vision that stretches well beyond his rookie season. This is the journey of a champion entering the most demanding phase of his career, and the path he believes will eventually lead him to Marc Márquez. Toprak Razgatlıoğlu does not arrive in MotoGP as a typical rookie. He comes as a three-time World Superbike champion, a rider whose control, late braking, and front-end mastery have earned admiration across the entire racing world. But MotoGP offers no guarantees. Past success means nothing when the machinery, tires, and demands change this dramatically. And the challenge he faces could hardly be more severe. Toprak joins Pramac Yamaha at a time when the brand is struggling. The team finished at the bottom of the 2025 standings. Yamaha has not won a race in 3 years. Their development direction has lagged behind rivals, and the transition to a brand new V4 engine has already exposed significant growing pains. On top of that, Toprak must adapt to Michelin's notoriously unforgiving front tire, a tire that has humbled some of the greatest riders of this era. Former world champion Neil Hodgson summed it up bluntly, suggesting that Toprak may have signed with the wrong manufacturer. Whether that judgment proves accurate remains to be seen, but there is no denying Yamaha's current reality. And what sets Toprak apart is that he does not hide from it. He acknowledges it openly. That honesty defines everything about his approach to MotoGP. His first real moment under the MotoGP spotlight came at the Valencia test, where he made his public debut on Yamaha's new V4 machine. Cameras surrounded him. Media attention followed every move. Even for a rider known for his ice-cold composure, the atmosphere was intense. There were so many people and cameras, he admitted. I felt a bit nervous on the first ride. It was a rare admission, but once he settled in, the performance spoke for itself. He ended the day just 1.3 seconds off the top, the fastest rookie on track and second only to Fabio Quartararo among Yamaha riders. It was an early signal that Toprak's adaptability, one of his greatest strengths, could translate faster than many expected. Still, he didn't pretend the transition was smooth. One issue stood out immediately: the riding position. Everything is different, he explained, but the biggest difference is the riding position. Yamaha has already promised changes, including higher clip-on handlebars to help him regain the leverage and braking feel that defined his superbike dominance. For Toprak, these adjustments are not cosmetic, they are foundational. They are about rebuilding his entire riding identity from the ground up. Perhaps the most fascinating insight into his transition came at the FIM Awards. Speaking openly about Michelin tires, Toprak revealed that he is already changing his riding style. But then came the twist. This style may only be for 1 year. With Pirelli set to enter MotoGP in 2027, he may need to return to his old, aggressive front-end approach almost immediately after mastering the new one. That means Toprak must prepare for 2 completely different eras back-to-back. One season learning the delicate, smooth, Michelin-based MotoGP style, the next season returning to the load-heavy, aggressive technique that made him a legend in superbikes. No other rider on the grid faces such an extreme adaptation challenge, and yet his response remains calm. I think I will find a way, a simple line that hides relentless determination. Inside Yamaha, Toprak steps into an environment divided by philosophy. Fabio Quartararo wants a championship-winning bike now. Toprak is focused on long-term development, with 2027 clearly marked as the real target. Their reactions to the new V4 reflect that difference.
Toprak left Valencia optimistic. "The feeling wasn't negative," he said. "On the straights, the bike is very, very fast." Quartararo, however, was visibly frustrated. Insiders described his reaction as thunderous. That contrast matters. Yamaha's leadership appears increasingly aligned with Toprak's long-term assessment. Some even believe that his future success may depend on Quartararo's eventual departure. While always respectful, Toprak hinted at mutual learning. "Fabio is very strong. Maybe he can learn something from me and I can learn from him. But only one rider can ultimately lead Yamaha's 2027 project." What truly separates Toprak from many rookies is his realism. He does not promise podiums, he does not sell fantasy. Speaking with Speedweek, he admitted, "For 2026, I don't know what to expect. Will I be on the podium? It's very hard." He even compared his likely early results to Nicolo Balega's substitute appearances. "At first, I may finish in similar positions." This isn't pessimism, it's strategy. By lowering expectations, Toprak buys himself time to learn, time to fail, without being crushed by pressure. And yet, the ambition remains. "If I get a podium, it would be huge motivation for 2027. Survive 2026, strike in 2027. The pressure, however, is real. "I feel a little stress," Toprak admitted. "All eyes are on me." MotoGP is not just technical warfare, it's psychological combat. Every lap time becomes a headline, every quote sparks speculation. In that environment, honesty becomes a strength. Toprak isn't pretending the challenge doesn't exist, he's preparing for it. Part of that preparation includes his partnership with Jack Miller. Miller's experience across multiple manufacturers, combined with his braking strength, makes him an ideal reference point. Their pairing blends raw talent with experience, a crucial asset for Yamaha's rebuild. And then comes the question fans care most about: when will Toprak fight Marc Márquez? At the FIM Awards, he finally gave his clearest answer. After describing a friendly dinner with Márquez, he said, "My biggest target, maybe next year, maybe 2027, is to battle with him in the race." That answer says everything. Toprak is not targeting Márquez in his rookie season, he's targeting the reset. New regulations, new tires, a new Yamaha, and a version of himself fully adapted, fully confident, and riding on tires that suit his natural style. A Toprak versus Marc Márquez battle in 2027 would be a collision of two worlds. Márquez armed with experience and resilience, and Toprak unleashed on familiar ground. Yamaha believes 2027 is their opportunity. New tires, new bikes, a reshuffled grid, and a rider who is not here to survive MotoGP, but to reshape it. As his manager Kenan Sofuglu put it simply, he will surprise the grid. Toprak's journey is not a sprint, it is a calculated marathon. And if he absorbs the lessons of 2026, stays healthy, and keeps his focus, 2027 may be the year the long-awaited battle finally becomes reality.